Buenos dias, amigos, amigas, from the American Legion here in Chapala. Met this nice lady. We have mutual friends here. Her name is Deborah. She's originally from Detroit. She moved on to other places. We know some of the same people in Detroit, and she's moved on and went to other places, but she's now here in Mexico. She's been here since 2022, and I thought she'd be a great interview. Please meet Deborah. Deborah, would you like to go ahead?
Thank you. Hello, I'm Deborah Davis Jones, and as he said, I've been here for 2 years, and this is just a great place to live. I am from Detroit originally, but I lived in Georgia, I lived in Nevada, and so, but ended up here. And I've been here, like he said, for 2 years. I'm a widow, and I'm just here enjoying life with the rest of the people who are here to enjoy life.
Now, you have an interesting background, one that includes going to school in Detroit, Northern Michigan, Wayne State University. You graduated there. You have a couple of degrees. I went to Wayne State for a little while, but never graduated. But you want to talk a little bit more about your education?
Okay. I do. I'm an educator. I have a bachelor's in secondary education and a master's in instructional technology. And I have a doctorate in Christian education administration. And I worked in public and private education for about 40 years.
Wow, yeah, we talked quite a bit. We had talked quite a bit. We know some same people in Detroit. And then you went and moved on to, after Detroit?
Atlanta,
Georgia?
Atlanta. I was in Atlanta 24 years. And then I moved to, and I was an educator. I moved to Las Vegas, and I was in Las Vegas for 12 years. And I was again an administrator in schools. And I moved back to Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, in 2012. And I again was an educator. I was over testing for the district, and then I retired. I ran a group home for boys.
Oh, that was so nice.
Then, COVID hit. Well, actually, I owned a store. I owned the only men's consignment store in the Southeast. And then COVID hit, and that changed everything. But long story short, we ended up here in this area in 2022.
Okay, all right. And great place to be. Let's see. You were raised on the west side of Detroit.
I was west and northwest. Yes, I lived in what they call the Boston Edison complex.
Beautiful place.
And that's where a lot of the stars.
Highland Park is over there.
Yeah, Highland Park is a little past us.
But the street Highland Park.
Right, Highland
Chicago.
Park. Chicago. We lived on. It was Edison, Longfellow, Chicago, and Boston.
Beautiful. And those are some beautiful homes. We were talking about Palmer Park and Palmer Woods,
yes.
too.
Well, we lived in Sherwood Forest, which was next door to Palmer Woods.
Right.
Palmer Woods had the Fishers, from General Motors. They lived in Palmer Woods, but we lived next door. My father was the area superintendent for the school district.
Yeah, and I had a college professor who lived on Roslyn.
Yeah.
He lived on Roslyn.
Rosewood. Yeah, Rosewood. Yeah.
Well, Roslyn.
Roslyn, yes.
Roslyn, yeah. He lived on Roslyn. And he tried to get me to go back and get my degree. I'm just a couple semesters short, and I never finished. But that area there at University of Detroit.
Oh, yes.
Is up right there, but
yes.
Sherwood Forest. Great place to be. Now, you're here. You talked about some kind of karaoke, and that sounds interesting.
Well, I was just led to, as I was saying before, I'm in the ministry. I was trying to think of a ministry I could do for everybody. And it came to me, do a gospel karaoke. So I got the karaoke people from here, from the Legion, and they came over and they just played, and people said what they wanted to sing, and we just had a great time. And so the response was so good that I'm planning to do it again. I think the second Sunday in December. So we're working on a place now. But I said, is anyone who wanted to come and sing gospel, and we're going to put Christmas carols in. You don't have to be a church person. You don't have to, but if you want to come and sing gospel or Christmas songs, then you'll be, please come and we'll
Sure.
put out more information.
That sounds great. Maybe if you get me the information,
I will get
we
it
can
to
do
you.
another quick video, and you can give us that information in a video.
I will do that. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that would be great. So that'd be things to do. There's so many things to do.
Yes.
We were talking about the Melicons here, the Christiania Park, right
Everything.
here, just around the corner from the American Legion here.
There's so many cultural and artistic and
yeah.
just beautiful things going. The only reason that you don't do something here is that you don't want to.
Yeah, and I did videos in the Cultural Center of 2 different musical events in the last 2 years, and they were free.
Yes.
They have free concerts
Yes.
right here.
There's so
in
much going
Chapala, in Chapala.
And
here.
just little, they don't cost much. It's just a matter of paying attention to what's going on. And like you were saying before, the calendar at both here
and the Lake
and
Chapala.
and Lake Chapala, they are all
Lake
so
Chapala
many.
Society.
Lake Chapala Society. There's so much going on.
Yeah, and you were even said you used the word soft landing.
Yes.
You did use that. We were talking earlier today. I mean, before this interview, and you said same thing I say, and I would say that if anyone wants a soft landing, come here to the American Legion and
The Lake Chapala.
Lake Chapala Society, both places, because these are places that have a lot to offer. Seminars. Oh, we can go on and on and on.
Yes.
So.
Good place to get your bearings and a good place to meet really good people.
Meet people, yeah. We have so many friends here.
Yes.
It's amazing. We have mutual friends. And
Yes.
and Deborah, what else? We were talking about transportation. Now, you do take the bus?
Oh, I take the bus. I love to ride the bus.
They're great.
I walk. I have a driver, and I actually have friends with cars too.
Okay.
But taking the bus here is very economical and it's safe and it gets you there.
And it's safe. I've seen buses at 6, even before 6 o'clock in the morning, around 6-ish. 6, and I know they run till 10. Because
Yes.
I remember when I was living in Ahihi, and I used to come to Chapala, I didn't have a car, I would get on the bus at 10 o'clock from Chapala and get over to Ahihi. So you get around quite a bit.
Oh yes, no problem. Some friends and I rode the bus to Guadalajara and went shopping at the mall.
Oh, yeah.
So there's just a lot here. There's
And
a
then I
lot.
said direct bus. It doesn't make too many stops. You can get right there. And what else? We talked about a lot of different things.
But I just think it's just a great place to live, and I would just tell anybody.
Temperature's great?
I'm glad to be here. The weather is beautiful. Cost of living is good. People are kind, and it's just and we feel safe, and it's a great place to be.
And yeah, I want to say, Deborah, it was a pleasure to meet
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for doing this interview. Now, you said something about playing cards too. You like to?
Oh yeah, I have a group. We play this card game called Shanghai Rummy,
Okay.
and we have a group that comes together. And we play usually on Wednesdays,
Okay.
and but there's always a group of people doing something.
Yeah, there's bridge.
and bridge, there's
There's
Mexican
so
train,
much.
there's all kinds of things.
Oh,
going
you were
on.
talking about the train station here. That's only 2 blocks from
Yes, the museum.
here in
The
Chapala.
Chapala Museum and the garden
It's right
behind
here in
it.
Chapala.
This is just a lovely place.
here. It is. It is. And then the cultural center here
Yes,
is
the Ahita-
just
the
great
cultural
too.
center is just
and,
marvelous.
And also here in
Yes,
Chapala.
yes, they're both
yeah.
marvelous. Yes.
They are, and they got one in Hokotepec.
Yes, well, I was just in Hokotepec last week, but I didn't get to the cultural center.
Yeah,
but
that's
I did go
right,
there last.
Central.
I went
Yeah.
there last week.
Well, if
yeah.
you go next week or another time rather, it's right diagonally across from the plaza.
Yes, okay. I will. Well, I was there. We were just going someplace, but I'm going
Yeah,
the
you
day
can't
after
make it
Thanksgiving.
to everywhere.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
So it takes sometimes 2 trips,
Yes.
3 trips to get around. But
Yes.
okay. Now you have 2 master's degrees.
No, I have one master's degree.
1 master's
and
and
a
1
doctorate.
doctorate. And
Yes.
a doctorate. Okay, so I don't have really any questions. I
I think that's great, and I just say thank you so much for having me, and this has just been a great experience. I've never been on a podcast before, so thank you.
You know what? This is the first of many because I have a feeling that other people in social media are going to see this and they're going to want to interview you.
Wow, okay.
And we'll get some information about the Bible karaoke.
Right,
is
the
it?
gospel karaoke.
Gospel, excuse me.
That's okay, gospel karaoke.
We'll get some information. We'll
I will
get back
get
with
that.
you and we'll make a video saying what time, what place,
Okay.
location. And you can give us that information.
I will do that. Thank you so much. As soon
Yeah,
as it gets
oh,
together,
yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's it. Thank you. Just thank you so much for having me.
Okay, two fellow Detroiters here.
That's right. See, I read a book. It says we're all the same church, just different parishes. So
Yeah, that's a good. Okay.
thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
so
Well,
much.
thanks again, Deborah. We'll see you soon.
All right. Goodbye.